It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to the Thursday edition of the Mike Prince Show. We are coming to you each and every day the best we know possible. Our social media handles for Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are at the Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. Our website is at obnradio.com. Our 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. Without any further delay, we're going to jump right into today's episode. Today's episode made possible by Diva Skin Conditioner, located at divafeet.com. You need to check them out today for your money-back guarantee opportunity if you're dealing with eczema or the cause and damages from diabetes on your skin. divafeet.com. You have absolutely nothing to lose. That's DIVAH feet.com. Attorney Lee Van Richardson, located at 1047 Austin Street in Hempstead, Texas. Give them a call today at 979-826-8008. And if you're in the market for quality insurance representation, you need to look no further than Texas Farm Bureau Insurance of Waller, Texas. Agent Jeremy West, who's located at 3019 Waller Street in Waller, Texas, is ready to accommodate you for your insurance needs. Give him a call today at 936-931-3696. Well, yesterday we talked about Deyonya Tucker, the comment that he made about Southern being next.
Let's go. We represent the West. Southern, y'all next.
And man, oh man, did the fireworks begin? Did the rabbit come out the hole? And it is really fun. There's no other way for it. Really fun. I got a couple of YouTube response. I got a couple of Twitter response. A couple of personal texts. It's just fun. And to me, this is what makes college football and rival games what they're about. You know, it's all work. I'm going to read a couple from Brother Desmond Allen. I love Brother Desmond Allen. He's a faithful listener, and he's a Southernite, and nothing wrong with that, because we all about the love. But when it gets down and gritty to your two teams going square up, I expect you to come out the woodworks and say what you have to say, as they would say, represent your squad. And so Brother Allen says, y'all have fired up the wrong school. He goes on to say, he says, Mike, just know Jaguar Nation has put Tucker on notice. Tucker didn't call out no other school this season but Southern. PV is in no position to call out Southern. It might be pre-Katrina when y'all come to Mumford Stadium. Right on, Brother Allen. And let's see, did he call out Southern?
Let's go. We represent the West. Southern, y'all next.
Well, I guess how you ever want to interpret that, maybe he did call out Southern. I interpret it differently, but to each his own. He just said, you're next on the schedule, and it just happens to be your turn. But it's all good. I'm pretty sure there won't be no back down. Say what you mean what you say, and let it all take care of itself. But I think Southern is on the defensive end. Everybody can feel good about that team and how you felt like you were called out. I'm feeling you, Southern, you're next. I don't know, but I do know this. There's going to be a meeting at midfield at Mumford Stadium, and I know that the Panthers are going to show up. There is too much on the line, not just for Panther Nation, but for Dooley's pride. You got to connect the dots and understand that if the Panthers are not ready for any game this season, they are going to be ready for this next event against the Southern Jaguars. Southern literally embarrassed Dooley last season with the 38-0 shellacking. When I asked Dooley about it, He said, we're going to let last year take care of last year. We're moving forward. But knowing the competitor that he is, knowing how much he feels and respects Southern University, he was fired up. He was ticked off, and he is going to make a vengeance for the way his team prepared. And he has an extra week to prepare for it. So, game on. It's just no other way. If I game on. So when the dust settles, Tucker will show up. It's obvious. You know what his number is. Number 1. He's not going to hide. He's the shortest something out there. But Mighty Mouse is going to be ready to go.
Let's go. We represent the West. Southern, y'all next.
Meanwhile, Jag Nation has to deal with the reality. And I understand. Been there, done that. You can feel a little pressure on your grip. So you need something to motivate you. You need something to fire you up, something to get your mind preoccupied about the storm that's brewing in Jag Nation. I get it. I get it wholeheartedly. So focus on Deyonya Tucker. Let Deyonya Tucker be your fuel. Let Deyonya Tucker be your ammunition.
Let's go. We represent the West. Southern, y'all next.
It's all good. It's all good. Meanwhile, I had another listener through YouTube. Elvin Price said, I love it. We need that swag. I love it. Let's go. It's game time, but we only got a week between us. We got a bye week. That bye week is killing everything, but it's also building up everything as well. Very interesting to see how this thing is going to work its way out. A lot of football to be played, and guess what? It's going to get played. It's going to get played.
The voice of student athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Meanwhile, we do have some other games that'll be played this week that are going to be just as important as far as the standings go throughout the Southwestern Athletic Conference. One of them in particular is Alabama State will be hosting Alcorn. It's a 2 p.m. kickoff. Alabama State's been playing some good ball by the leadership of Coach Ely. We don't have to say about the Alcorn Braves and what they've done, especially out of the play of backup, and I use that term very loosely, quarterback Felix Harper. He has been outstanding in the absence of Noah Johnson. Be interesting to see how that one unfolds. Going back to my July picks, I had Alcorn going undefeated in the conference. So I guess I would have to stick with that and have them coming victorious over Alabama State. Although it would not surprise me if Alabama State were able to get a win with the way they've been playing inspired ball lately. But it is what it is. I have to stick with my guns. Texas Southern will be on the road to take on Alabama A&M. And before I go any further, I want to wish a speedy recovery to my beloved brother, Larry the Chatterbox Hale. He had some surgery this past week. He's healing well. Been keeping up with him the last couple of days. All is well, and we're praying for a speedy recovery. Texas Southern needs a win in a bad way. In the infamous words of Chatterbox, not only do they have to put their hands on the radio, they're going to have to put their hands on the television, on the satellite, on the cable box, on everything to try to generate a win. Alabama A&M has been probably one of the most unpredictable teams. One week they look like the new kids on the blocks. The next time they look like the old folks on the block. So it's going to be very interesting to see the battle of Maroon take place in Huntsville. Mississippi Valley will be hosting Virginia Lynchburg. I would not be surprised if Valley were to roll right through Virginia Lynchburg the way they've been playing. Although they have not won a game, they've played a much better brand of football under Coach Vince Dancy. And it would not surprise me to see Valley win this one by at least 3 touchdowns. That's just the way I'm seeing that one. Arkansas Pine Bluff getting ready for homecoming. They'll take on Lane. You don't want to fall victim like Jackson State did to Division II school last week. So hopefully Pine Bluff will be able to take care of business with that. And then speaking of Jackson State, They'll be hosting Grambling. Even though this is a big draw, it's not going to count. It's considered a non-conference opponent. So that's disappointing, but it still has an intrigue of that game. Kind of talked about yesterday the struggles of Grambling State and Jackson State in this game. But with all that being said, that there's really no conference impact with this meeting other than the pride of the two institutions. We're going to have to draw our focus on Alabama State and Alcorn as our featured game of the week. Alabama State trying to slow down the train called the Braves. We'll see how all of that unfolds. You're looking to expand your business or services? Let the Open Mic Broadcast Network help lead the way. With our customized campaigns, we are definitely able to reach your target audience. For more information, dial 832-213-8824. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, serving the community through faith and athletics. The voice of student athletics. Over in the MEAC, Howard will be taking on Harvard. And Brother Newton has decided to hit the portal. He's not pleased with the way things are going under Coach Ron Prince. So he's withdrawing himself from Bison Nation to move forward. The question is, do you believe that Newton would attend another HBCU? It's in his bloodline, but it'll be interesting to see where he lands. Plus, it's going to be interesting to see if they don't go back and fine-tune this portal situation. It's a great concept, but they might start looking into this thing as if it's being abused. We'll keep a monitor on that. North Carolina Central will travel to Tallahassee to take on FAMU. Coach Willie Simmons has the Rattlers striking at every position. In more particular position, since the addition of quarterbacks coach KJ Black, you've noticed an increase of the passing game. That'll be interesting to note, to see how FAMU ends up toward the end of the season. North Carolina A&T will be at Norfolk State. Morgan State will be at Bethune-Cookman. South Carolina State will be at Delaware State. Right now, the standing for the MEACs have North Carolina A&T at top. They're 1-0 in conference play, 3-1 overall. Bethune-Cookman 1-0 in conference play. They're 3-1 overall. FAMU 1-0 in conference play, 3-1 overall. North Carolina Central 1-0 in conference play, 2-3 overall. Howard 1-1 in conference play, 1-4 overall. South Carolina State, they have yet to play a conference game. This week will be their first conference game. They're 2-1 overall. Norfolk State 0-1 in conference play, 1-4 overall. Morgan State 0-1 in conference play, 0-4 overall. And Delaware State 0-2 in conference play, 1-3 overall. In the Southwestern Athletic Conference, on the east side of things, no secret, Alcorn State 2-0 in conference play, 3-2 overall. In the second slot is Alabama State 1-0 in conference play, 2-2 overall. Third slot, Jackson State have yet to play a conference game. They're 1-3 overall. Alabama A&M 0-1 in conference play, 3-2 overall. Mississippi Valley 0-1 in conference play, 0-4 overall. In the West, Southern Jags on top, 1-0 in conference play, 2-3 overall. Prairie View 2-1 in conference play, 2-3 overall. Arkansas Pine Bluff 1-1 in conference play, 3-2 overall. Texas Southern 0-1 in conference play, 0-4 overall. Grambling 0-2 in conference play, 0-4 overall. That's still the head scratcher of the season. It's got to be. No one, even on a bad day, would imagine that at this time of the season, going into the fifth game, that Grambling would be 0-5. As we mentioned, their game against Jackson State this week will not count as far as conference record goes. So it'll be all on the line for Grambling the next week when they are hosting Alabama A&M. Some other interesting things that you might want to look at. We know the Mississippi Valley are playing a non-conference opponent in Virginia, Lynchburg. And as I project them to win pretty big, it'll be interesting to see if the momentum will take them over to take on Pine Bluff that following week at Pine Bluff. That is going to be a very interesting game to see, along with some other matchups. Of course, Prairie View and Southern University is going to be a highlight game, battle for first place of the West. And Alabama State, Jackson State will get together and battle for position of the East. So we're getting into the thicket of things right now as far as the football season goes. But I do want to serve you as a reminder, there's another exciting thing going on this fall season, and that's fall baseball. And we're going to be working on getting our fall baseball reports from all of the SWAC coaches as they get ready for their fall World Series. They'll be having some fall games with selected programs throughout the country in their regional areas, and we'll try to get you up to date on all of that information that's floating about. Want to remind you guys about becoming listening partners with us here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Simply visit the website at obnradio.com, click on the donation button, and you can become a listening partner. Your support is needed. Your support is appreciated. And we can't make it happen without people like you.
Let's go. We represent the West. Southern, y'all next.
Southern Nation, ready or not, here we come. I've got the exit stage left. I am the radio guy, Mike Prince. As always, we appreciate you guys and thank you very much. Until the next time, you guys be blessed. We'll see you on the other side.